All right, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, how's everybody doing? Now, NAV had some very harsh comments for XXL's magazine. They come out with their freshman list every year. I called it one of the only ways we keep up with the up-and-coming new rappers in hip-hop. I mean, hip-hop is very young, and we don't have a lot of ways to keep up, and this is a way to kind of group it in your NBA draft class, per se, right? Your rap draft class. And NAV is tired of us giving that energy and giving all these rappers and fans giving so much attention to XXL's freshman cover. Please check out my previous video for more information on that. NAV came out with a statement against XXL alongside with a new record saying fuck XXL's magazine. He had this statement. He said, I wouldn't show up for your freshman list. Fuck XXL. Your magazine is trash. Sorry, website. To all my fellow artists, we shouldn't look to a magazine for validation or to tell us we hot or not, especially one that hasn't been credible for 10 years at XXL. Make music for yourself and your fans. I would never show up for the freshman list because I don't need their approval. He went on to get a little bit more disrespectful by posting this picture of the editor-in-chief over at XXL and the woman who's over the freshman list, quite frankly. He said, this is who decides who's on the XXL freshman list. Laughing emojis. I refuse to wine and dine you and play you my new music before my fans. I will never show up to your list. Hashtag no cap. Now, I do think NAV made an excellent point. Why is she the one and her small team around her? Why does she have so much influence in our culture? Why do we give that website and that magazine and that list so much of our time and energy? But at the same time, NAV did come off as a little bit bitter. I don't know if maybe in the past he thought he should have been on the list, or maybe he didn't get the call this year. Some of the people on the list this year have already gotten calls reportedly, but NAV gave her all this time and a record to XXL. He has some backing from some people in rap. It's not just NAV with this feeling. There are a couple rappers who have some high clout, right, that feel the same way that NAV does about not being on the XXL or being slighted by the XXL in the past. One being Quavo. Now, we all know the Migos are as hot a group out there, right? The Migos have been lighting the streets up, well, for the last 5-6 years now. They've been pretty much a top rap. As soon as they got the wave, they've kept the wave and took it to an entirely new level. #1 albums, right? Culture 1, Culture 2, huge on the charts, huge in the streets. And Quavo backs NAV. He says, look, don't trip, NAV. They didn't pick the Migos either. Fuck that freshman list. Now, the Migos saying that, Quavo stepping out and kind of saying that the NAV is him definitely showing support to his brother NAV. And also saying, look, XXL ain't got it right a lot of times in the past. We're the biggest group out, and they didn't even catch on to our wave. Now, here's the thing. What I tell anybody about the XXL, they're always 3 years too late to a down south wave. That's why they don't usually knock, or they don't usually hit the down south artists. They don't usually get them on the cover, right? You might see them get a Florida rapper from time to time, but 9 times out of 10, they never get the down south wave completely because they're too into these views on YouTube, these views on SoundCloud by rappers in certain regions, right? They're too into those quick numbers and not into the people who are really touching the streets. That's the problem with the list, in my opinion. That's why I don't give it a lot of validation. That's just me personally. But I will say this, I'm not mad at a list that has garnished the respect of the people over the years. And heck, people check for it, and we ain't gonna act like when that freestyle comes out, we all don't tune in. I tune in, and I know the freestyle's gonna be trash year in and year out. Now, I've seen a little bitter, but at the same time, I do think he makes some valid points, and Quavo is obviously siding with NAV in this conversation. They didn't get it right when they didn't pick the Migos either. So NAV has some support from his brother. What y'all think about all this? NAV says we should not look to XXL to see the top rappers in the game because they don't get it right. And why is this lady, the editor-in-chief at XXL, having so much power over our culture? What y'all think? Talk to me, comment box below. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty. Yeah.